Hello tubers, Robert 28, 1979. Well guys, I didn't get it pressure washed today yet, but I did find out some interesting facts. That pump bracket there, I'm going to have to take that rest of that Lovejoy off and take that bracket off and build one. As y'all can see that right here. Here's another deal. You see the bolt holes right mounted on there? And look at the size of that shaft. Of course, that shaft thing will be much comparison right off the bat. So let me find a tape measure here. This is one of them China freight piece of junk. So I don't know where my other one's at the moment. But that is a 1.5 inch shaft. Let's see if I can get it there. So that Lovejoy did not work, which, yeah, there's my other tape measure. I don't know where that Lovejoy's at. I think it's in the back of my truck. So I had to go buy this new one yesterday. And it came in today, so I put it on. It is for a 1 inch shaft, and yes, I cut the shaft, and yes, I cut a little too short. Which might actually work in my favor, because I can slide it back when I build that new pump bracket. I can make it a little shorter to where it'll stub up and this will slide in more. Yeah, sorry about that. And close that up and get a full shaft on that deal. I am fixing to run this down. I'm going to have to lift the bucket down and everything, go pressure wash it, bring it home, have the kids hold the valve open or something while I lift the bucket back up in the air and hurt my back and then tie it all off, you know, all that good fun stuff. So, it's going to get cleaned here pretty quick. I am going to have to do some custom exhaust work for this, because these exhaust ports are going to come out toward the battery and toward the seat, so I'm going to have to come up and do something weird here, crossover pipe or something, to make it work to come back up for the stack. But if you look here, after looking at that, those holes right there in the hood, they're kind of made for that in a way, but just the opposite. That would be the further out cylinder, that would be the inner. So, but I got the hole and hole, which I want to run all the pipe together, come up to that top hole, and then patch those other holes up, or do something, I don't know. In all honesty, I'm actually going to have a new hood bit and made up. You know, that's just what I'm going to do. I've made my mind up on that already. I will take the old supports, cut them off of that hood, and put them with the new one, put the scoop into the new hood when I have it made up. And what's going to be different is I'm going to have the new hood made up and everything, and have it where it hinges off the front and opens up this way versus coming back up that way. Just simply because I want it that way. I think they would work better that way. I've seen a bunch of them that are that way. They hinge up this way versus the other way, which I think is why these holes are there. Was at one time for a hinge or something. I don't know. But so this thing's got a hole right there, and it used to have one here, but they welded it up and they did a good job. You still see some of the grind marks, but I think the hood, there is a hinge, or they had a hinge in or something. I don't know how they had it working. I said that's a gobbled out hole there, and this may not even be the original hood to this one. I don't know. I mean, I have done research and I have found some that did have the scoop on the hood. So I don't know. And with the bottom plate missing and everything, because the plate that went down there in the column, for the best I can tell, is what actually had the ID tag for this machine on it. So, because I don't believe I found an ID tag on this, or maybe I did. I can't remember. Yeah, it's right here. And he's back here. I've seen him in a couple different spots. Maybe it's because somebody moved it down there or something. I don't know, but that's going to be something else I got to look at. Is I ran this hose this way, so I run it over the top of that gear, because the last time I saw it blew is on that gear, the steering gear. I ran it this way, but it looks like that floor's going to eat on it some.
Daddy?
So I'll talk to you in just a minute, okay?
Okay.
Alright. But That's where it blew last time, and I'm kind of worried about that, so I may end up coming off. Like I said, I'm going to redo this whole bottom case cover, and I'm going to see about making something come off here, or something that'll hold that hose up further, because, see if I can get around here, it comes up and curls around and goes back to the pump. So there is a little bit of extra there to where I can do something different like that, or I think at one time it was a steel line, and maybe they blew it and they had a rubber one made up, but it blew, and I ain't had no issues, but you know, I look at it and you can see where there's potential for rubbing to rub through it. So, but that's where I'm at right now, and I'm actually fixing to get started, because this one's going to be 3.5 inches here. I can't remember, I was measuring off here, I think it's going off of this one, I don't know, I got to measure off here, because, I mean, I can go order a deal for this, a bracket. This is called your hydraulic pump mounting bracket. I can order one, but I ain't spending $200 for a mounting bracket for this thing, when I've got a welder, a torch, and everything else, and I can fabricate my own and make it look good, and be more functional than the one that bolts over and you can't see is all enclosed. Now granted, having one that encloses your coupling is safer, because if it comes apart, it's all encased, in theory. Well, the way I'm going to do mine is have a flange that comes off all the way around here, and then I'm going to have probably some square stock come off, and then have another flange on the back here in the back, where the pump will mount to, and just leave it open. That way, you know, you can always look in and check on your rubber part of your joint and check all that out and keep an eye on it. So, I mean, there's a million different ways of doing this. I think that's kind of the way I'm going to go for. Since I've got that material that's a little thick, I want to go with a 1/4 inch. So I've got some other 1/4 inch strap around here somewhere. I think it's laying off over there somewhere. And I'm going to make a bracket myself, and we'll see how that little project goes. Oh, there it is right there. That's thinner material, I do believe. No, it's the same thickness as that other stuff. There's some more. I got 1/4 inch around here somewhere, and I don't really want to go more than 1/4 inch, even though thicker is better, but you know, I want to try to maintain a 1/4 inch on it towards still strong, but yet you don't add a whole bunch and take out, and you know, because here's the other difference. You know, I'm gonna try to kind of go off the depth of that one there a little bit. You know, as far from this tab here to the back, get my inside gap about the same. Which, if I do that, then that coupler's gotta stay where it's at. But if I make this a little bit longer, you know, another 1/2 inch longer from tab to back bend there, then I can move that coupler all the way in. So, and I might even try to utilize some of this bracket. I'm not sure yet. I mean, it's been welded on a couple times. I cut a tab off that side, you know, weld it up underneath here and cut it all. I mean, it's been modified, but I can use that and modify it even more and make it work just fine. Now the difference is the difference from this hole to this hole, and from the center of that joint to the center of these holes. That's where I was looking at the difference, because I do, in essence, you know, can't remember what that one was, but these top holes to this one might be close. I haven't quite measured everything out just yet. I'll be doing it here soon, and that's what my next video is going to be about, is about the bracket, how I'm going to build it, do kind of before drawing, design, and then a during while I've tacked it all together, and then one when it's all finished welded out. Kind of 3-part little deal, or I might just do a video showing the whole thing completed. I don't know, just show a drawing and insert a snap photo of a tacked together part of it, but excuse me. That's kind of where I'm at, because I wanted to have this thing running today, but now instead of it happening, because I've got to utilize and get my shop cleaned out, because I've got to get my truck in here and change that rear seal on the rear end, on the driver's side wheel seal, which is right there. I got to get that changed before I go on this next trip, which, yes, you heard me right. Saturday I'm leaving for 4 days, or possibly 5 days. Depends on how hard I want to push myself and go do this next round of banners, which I think I've explained before, is I changed the banners out on the Murphy's gas stations. They're cigarette banners, gas banners, stuff like that. And I got a total, I believe, of 55 locations this time, or last time I had 49, and I had it done is back home on the 4th day. This time I've got a few more, which is just going to add, you know, I think it said a total of 6 more, which is 3 hours more plus drive time, however mileage is between them. So I probably might still be able to get it done and back home on the 4th day, late that evening or something, I don't know. But the way I do it is, just to give a point direction, I don't know why I'm doing it this way, but I'll start off at 2 in the morning, drive to my first location, be there by 6 in the morning. I'll work all day that day, all night, and all the very next day. And then I'll get a motel, and then I'll start the whole process over. I'll sleep all night, go all day long, all night and all day, and come home on that 4th day. So, yes, I do, flip the screen where you can see myself. I do push myself a little hard while I'm on the road doing things, and it's in two parts of the theory. Is the faster you get a job done, the more money you make. The longer it takes you, this is that much more time you put into it. So in essence, you're not making as much because you break down more hours into it. Other issue is I want to get back home as quick as I can, because I've got other things I got to do, other jobs, and you know, I really don't like being away from the house, away from my kids. So, but that's part of the game, you know, part of owning a business, and especially this type of work I'm doing now. So, it just kind of makes it rough, hard, and that's difference, you know. Everybody's opinion. There's truck drivers out there do it for a living, they love it. You know, I don't know, I used to, and when I had kids, it just kind of changed. Just like, well, I'd rather be home with my kids, where my kids can see me and try to find a spot. There you go. Got lights everywhere in this shop, so it's kind of hard to get a good sensor, but that's just how I am. I just push myself hard that way. So, and I have pushed myself to the point one time to where I about passed out behind the wheel driving, and I know where my limit's at, and I'll stop. So that's why I go one whole day, a night, and the whole next day, and then it's time to go to the motel and sleep. And I may get anywhere from 6 to 8 hours sleep and get up and do it again. Works for me. Makes money. So, anyways. Oh, which way does this screen flip now? Oh, there we go. There we go. But anyway, that's why I'm kind of in a mad dash to get this done. And I'm actually debating whether to go pressure wash or not, even though I know it would be better if I do, because it will be clean, won't get as dirty, and it'll look better. So I may call my buddy up, plug up this fuel line here so I don't get water in the fuel, and take and lay something over that cap when I do it, and pressure wash the crap out of this thing, clean it up, and then get it back in the shop and get to moving on this. Because in all essence, it'll take me, I'm going to say longest is an hour to build a bracket for that hydro pump, and then no time to put it all back together, because I mean it'll, in theory, all bolt together. There's the drawer slapped together. I've got all the wiring here. All I got to do is mount my starter relay, run the wires up to the ignition switch. These two right here are for the lights, which I'm leaving those on because I eventually am going to put headlights on this thing. I'll run a switch to the dash. Now refill the lights. That plug there is the light plug coming out for the light. It plugged in here and you went to your headlights. Grounds, this white wire and this white wire need to be tied together. This red wire is an accessory wire. It's just an access. You see it's two and they go in that one pocket, so it's for whatever. This will have a fuse on it for the fusible system, which is one thing I like. And, you know, all the wires are here for the charging system and the kill system, so it's all there. That's why I did it the way I did it. I left it all complete, took the whole wiring harness, got the fuel pump already on it, which, if that goes out, ain't no big thing. Somewhere up here in this maze of a mess I got here. Might not even be in there. Ain't no telling where I put it. I've got another fuel pump. It's the round black one, black plastic one. It used to hang up here, but I took it down for something, and it's in with this clustered mess of shit. There it is, right there. How do you like that? I've got that one. So I've got pump, and I've got one more of these in right here somewhere too. So, and they're good. So that's the other thing I like. This one has a pump built onto the top of the motor, which I'll show you real fast, which is right here. The kits for these, if you can find them and get them, are expensive as hell. The wiring on this thing, that was the hot wire for the coil. Yeah, I got a damn fly keeps buzzing my head. Speaker wire used for the kill and to run the solenoid. So I mean, there's 3 wires all hooked to the ignition, but it was just, you know, half-assed like crazy. And I don't know who did it, and I really don't care, because this motor is popped out, and I think I might have it sold already, guys. I know I said it in the last video, but I've had 2 people talk to me about it. One guy ran the numbers on it, checked it, said it wouldn't work. Another guy up around Ohio, close by where I bought this thing, said he could probably take this one and the one he's got and make a Frankenstein motor and make it work. So that's fine. I told him, you know, I looked online, tried to find some of these used. I can't find a used one on eBay or anywhere. You can buy a new rebuilt short block and long block for $1,100. You know, I figured this is probably about $400 or $500 motor the way it is, but I told the guy $200 and he pays the shipping, and it's his. I'll build a custom wood crate, unlike that Onan crate. I'm gonna do a lot bigger, heavier duty crate. Get it all set up and ready to rock and roll, and make sure it's strapped in there in 100 different ways so they can't fumble it and tear it all to hell, like they did the Onan motor I shipped off to Louisiana. So that might be gone. Speaking of, I need to go check my email, see if he's responded yet. So, with that, and without further ado, I will end this video. So y'all guys have a great one. Remember to rate, subscribe, comment, give me a thumbs up if you like the videos. If you don't like them, give me a thumbs down. Heck, they're all the same, guys. It don't bother me. I don't do this to make a living. I don't do this for any kind of money. I'm doing this just for the hell to do it. So, anyways, guys, y'all have a good one. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.